You are the wave of gentle love. Never forget that you are the ocean of truth that gave to its own nature. You are beyond rising and falling. You are the flower of compassion. Never ever forget the depth of your roots. You are the beauty within you. You are the root of all, you are the source of all. That you never fall. You are the origin of being. If you fall, you bend, swirl, break, burn, but you need to come back to the roots. That you stand once again, the essence of your own being, where you come from. That is where you only will return. You are the source. When one's mind reaches the peak of confusion, when the despair of fear stagnates the power of intellect, when one can no more carry the burden of his own despicable desires, when one begins to find himself misfortunate in the midst of its worldly wealth, such a one in the disgust of his own false image, switches off the lights of glitter and temptations around him, and in the midst of the complete darkness, he searches within him for the magic wand that will transform him from his present state of misunderstanding to the eternal state of existence, eternal state of being, eternal state of awareness. Even the slightest hope of light within him will bring a large transformation in understanding his own self. Even in the dimmest of the lights, he will peel many layers of ignorance and superficially that lurks in his restless mind. The slightest stability of the mind that will draw him to the greatest inspiration to the journey within towards the brilliance of his own divinity and perfect nature which is already inherent in him. It is this state of self-hunger that one will resist his true self the least. When one directs his anger towards his fears rather than the cause of the fears, it is then that he is ready to face and crush them. When our lower instincts become our natural impulses, then the mind constricts with its fears. Such lower instincts become prominent in the one that has faith in its oneself the least, and hence flourishes upon what he can easily and undeservedly receive from the world that seems outside to him. Such a one is relieved to be in the company of other distressed minds, because he fears most to be in the presence of his own inner voice. One in the imaginary fears of his own incapacities loses the very basic sight of his discrimination, and unable to judge the movement of the righteous and the unrighteous battle, and he trying to simplify rest in faith. Afraid of being attacked when he is unarmed, he arms himself with more and more of his selfish interest and thrives upon the unjust control of waging a constant attack. Naturally, he creates enemies everywhere. He goes and feels isolated and easily hurt in every circumstances that seems unfavorable to his burning desires. Little does he realize that all his troubles arise from his attitude of his own self-denial rather than his perception of being unjustly rejected by the world. One may observe that in a family sometimes all may fight for their needs to be fulfilled first, but among this confusion you will see the mother of the home or the father always trying to appease the hunger and the needs of others first, for her or his hunger is itself appeased in the joy of serving those parents dearly loves. Not only does mother or a father serve them with her devotion, but she also forgives and forgets the pain that is inflicted upon the parents during this due process. Parents are content with whatever they receive in the end and doesn't complain nor measure what others in her family received. That is because parents, being immersed in the joy of the most selfless love, has already received as they had. Such must be one's attitude towards all that one meets in the life. It is in the umbrella of such love that one can